What we do here is go back.
Nathan Holiday _88, just letting you know that you're the best coach out there. So we've got that. No questions coming in so far, though. Like I said earlier, for those of you who are just now joining, if y'all do have any questions or any comments even about, finishing up your season, going into your off-season workouts, those of you who are graduating, seniors, finishing up school, anything like that, shoot them at us. I know Coach Con would love to answer any questions or share any stories. But one thing I do have to mention, though, is Coach, you've been walking around kind of salty. Are you salty about something that you need to share with all your guys?
No, I'm not salty. I'm actually honored. I know you guys follow a ton of different kicking camps, and they're starting to really take on what we've done, and we're really excited. We really feel like we're making a big wave in the kicking camp industry, in all of the kicking camps. We're really starting to push giving free stuff to you guys. So I'm not talking about the giveaways, we're giving speakers away and stuff like that, which we are doing. Just subscribe to our YouTube account. You'll see that we are offering free speakers to a select people. We'll draw that next time we do a video, but
Bluetooth speakers.
The Bluetooth speakers, wireless, the little pill things, you know what I'm talking about. And so what we are seeing a lot of is we're seeing a lot of camps starting to do these live streams. They're starting to do video podcasting. We just saw that somebody's doing a tip of the week starting this week. And so if you are looking for any free information, we'd love to be pushing that brand. But also on our Instagram page, there's going to be 3 little circles. One is going to be the tip of the week, which will be just kicking and punting tips. You'll also have Workout Wednesday. So every Wednesday we'll do an extra little workout that you can add to your workout environment. And then also Mondays, which is apparently every single one of your guys' favorite day. Because we got the meme Mondays, and we'll just be kicking and punting memes, and we absolutely love those. They're hilarious. So,
who doesn't love a good meme?
Yeah, right. So since Nathan's in, I know he's watching. Nathan's a guy who's going to a D1 school. He's just about to leave his high school. He's kind of dealing with all the distraction of graduation and girlfriends and all this other wonderful things. And so all of you guys who are about to go into that college level, whether it's D2, D3, NAIA, D1, D1AA, whatever the case is for you, right? You need to start getting your body conditioned, okay? All your friends are going to be partying because you guys are done with high school and it's a great thing, but they don't have the regiment and workouts that you're about to get yourself into. So the first thing you do when you get to college is coaches try and weed you out. They want you to quit. So my biggest advice to you guys who are about to go play at the college level is get in shape. Start getting in shape now, because the first 3-4 weeks of camp are going to be miserable. They're going to be fun because you're on college campus, but they're going to be miserable because campus is going to be empty and your life is nothing but work. So that's my advice to you guys getting ready to go to those college camps, those fall camp, getting into the D1, D2 level. That's congratulations to you guys, Nathan. You got anything for me?
Yeah, actually, we do have a couple of questions coming in. The first one is from Davis _Hughes. He would like to know what colleges you personally have connections with.
Yeah, so what colleges do I personally have connections with? So that question's a little vague, right? What college coaches will answer my phone calls? All of them, right? Which ones will open my emails? All of them. Does that mean that my word means anything to those guys? No, it just means they'll answer my calls, right? But guess what? They'll answer your emails. They'll answer your calls once you get past their secretaries, right? All these ideas that college or kicking camp coaches are going to say, hey, this guy's the best guy in the country. It's a joke. It's a sham. It's how most of these kicking camps get people to come to their camps, right? Especially these really big ones, you'll see them post all over the place saying, look at how many of our guys went D1. Well, yeah, when you started 20 years ago, there was only 1 or 2 camps. 80 or 90% of all kickers went to 1 of 2 places, right? And so they claim that they did all this stuff for them, but go look at the guys they're claiming they got in college. Look at their stats. Look at their accolades. Look at all their awards, right? They're already the top guy in their state. All the all-state guys, you're not going to get some guy who signs with Clemson or some guy who signs with LSU that they pick up off the street. These are the best of the best of the best that put in the stats, that put in the game film, right? That's how you get to the college level, all right? Anytime you ask a coach, hey, who do you know that can get me into college? The answer is you. I know you. You get yourself into college. I can give you all the tools. I can even give you the phone number if you want, but you can just Google the phone number or Google the email, right? That's how you get to college. You do it yourself. So I hope that helps. Don't think that I'm trying to be mean or aggressive towards anything. I just want to open your guys' eyes. Don't waste money because some guy claims he knows a guy out of college. All of the same kicking camps know all the same coaches, all right? It all comes down to you reaching out to them yourself, sending your game film, and providing those stats to those guys. What you got for me, Casey?
All right. Well, there's a Tristan _ GAR24. I'm not sure if that's GAR24 or if it's short for something. He says that he's a rising 9th grader going into high school, and the head coach has him starting for varsity. Any tips about high school? Big congratulations to him.
Yeah, it's going to be a big difference than middle school, right? You're going to actually have a holder who knows how to hold, a snapper who knows how to snap. The big thing is trying to get your confidence now, right? Work your tail off now until the season. The only way you're going to have confidence playing on a big stage that you aren't used to, an environment that you're not used to, playing in front of crowds that you're not used to, is by basically perfecting your technique in the off season, so that when you do get on game day and you freak out in your first high school game and you can't remember your name, you can fall back on that technique. Anytime I was super nervous, my first NFL tryout or whatever the case was, I knew that even though I was about to spill my lunch, I knew I had a technique to rely on. And if I just did what I did for the past 8 months, then I will have a good showing. My leg speed will be there because I'm rested. I've trained long enough for this. I am ready for this moment. Whether my brain is working or not, it will fall back into your muscle memory. Whatever your muscle memory is will show up on game day. It's up to you to do it now to make sure that your muscle memory is the proper technique. So good luck this season. I'll be looking for you. I'm excited. Congratulations.
All right, so Nathan Holiday _88 was just chiming back into what you were talking about earlier and was saying that, that's the truth, and that he does conditioning after every kicking session because you have to prepare or else you'll die during conditioning. Plus it helps your legs become faster and stronger. So, of course, after him, we have a Kevin, I think, _Milton says, what type of conditioning do you do? Because apparently he wants to be just like you, Coach.
Well, Kevin, the best thing you can do as a specialist, right, is running hills or running stadiums. It's going to work all of those little muscles that we use, our hip flexors, our quads, our hamstrings, our calves, really gets our leg speed to where it needs to be. It's also going to help our conditioning, right? So rather than just running sprints, which are always great, it works more of the muscles that we use when we kick. So what your goal needs to be is to run up the stadiums and then walk down. The reason why we walk down is because it's stopping your weight after every single step. And that puts more strain on your quad, giving it a little bit more workout. So we're running up, walking down. Best of luck, Kevin.
All right, yeah, and I actually think you've got some in agreement. There's an SB _Jones _38 saying stadiums, baby. So he gets it. He knows that's where it's at.
That's awesome. Well, look, We've answered a couple questions. Keep on sending your questions in, but we do have to get a call in today because I promised you guys we would do a call-in show. Hopefully this will be loud enough for you guys to hear. And so we're super excited. If you want more call-in shows, again, make sure you're commenting below. Let us know that you want to do those comments or want us to do more of those call-in shows.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man? You are on Between the Uprights with Trinity Kicking, man. How you doing?
Sweet. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Look, give us your first name, where you're from, what position you play, and what grade you're in.
All right. I'm Sam. I'm from a small town in Utah. I play kicker and punter, and I'm a junior going into my senior year.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. That's big time, man. The ability to do both kicking and punting is a huge asset for the next level. Being a combo, I have a special place in my heart for you, so that's super exciting to hear that you are performing both. Are you doing kickoffs as well?
I'm trying to get them. I'm not as good at those ones, and so that's kind of what my focus has been lately.
Awesome. Well, do you have a question for us?
Yes, sir.
What you got?
So I'm going into my first college tryout at the end of this month, and I wanted to know what kind of things you would have me keep in mind as I go into that tryout.
Perfect.
All right. For those of you, just in case you can't
Hold on,
hear,
Sam.
he did want to know what to prepare for going into a college tryout, in case you couldn't hear him on the phone.
Yeah, so you're on our phone, so you're a little bit quiet. That's why she repeated it. So you're going into a college tryout. You're going to perform on a big stage in front of people who have the opportunity to give you a full ride to play at the next level. That is phenomenal. So look, here's what your focus needs to be. You will never, ever be the best kicker or the best punter in the country. All right, no matter how good you think you are, no matter how many stars you have, whatever the case is, there's always going to be somebody who is bigger, stronger, faster leg speed than you, and there'll be no way to compete, right? Marquette King, for instance. There's not a lot of Marquette Kings walking around. So what you have to be, what your ultimate goal needs to be, is to be the most consistent kicker or punter you can be. That means working in this offseason, same way that we just kind of advice that we gave, right? Perfect your technique now so that when you freak out in a tryout or you go into your first game, that you have something to fall back on. Consistency is key, especially when we're punters, right? So when we're punting, our goal doesn't need to be hitting 50 or 55-yard punts. Our field goal doesn't need to be able to hit 70-yard field goals. And it's really hard to believe that because we go on Instagram and there's guys posting stuff on windy days on unmarked fields saying, look, I hit a 75-yarder today. But what your goal needs to be is look at it from a perspective of where are you now? Where is your average? If you can hit a 35-yard ball or you really have to try hard to hit a 43, then your goal needs to be around 39. Hit your B- ball. So you got an A ball that you can sometimes crush, but it's not always there. Try and hit your B- ball. Something you know you can pull out at any time. If you can average a 40-yard punt, fair caught every single time, then every single college in America will take you. If you can average fair caught every single time, then every single college in America will take you. They're not looking for these monster punters. They need somebody who they can game plan around us. We already all know that coaches usually could care less about the punter or the kicker. They just want you to disappear until they need you, and then they want to be able to game plan around you. So same thing for kickoff. You need to hit your most consistent kick, do it every single time because the other guy at the tryout will eventually hit a bad ball. And so if you hit a 40 and he hits a 55, and then you hit a 40 and then he hits a 52, and then you hit a 40 and he shanks one and hits a 20, and then you hit a 40, now he is freaking out. Now he tries to hit a 70 thinking he has to make up for his average, and he ends up shanking another one, and now you look really good. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you go in and you average 40 yards every single punt, and another punter is there that outpunts you, then he deserves it over you. but there's not a lot of guys who's going to be able to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So the same thing goes with field goal kicking. What always helped me when I was in a field goal competition was I never watched the other kicker. A lot of times looking at other kickers, your brain will try and mimic it, right? There's a scientific, psychological phrase that says it. But what you need to do is just turn your back to them, focus on just you, get in your own head, and focus on your technique. So when you go up to that ball, you get into that killer mindset that I'm just going to crush this kick, all right? And when it's the other guy's turn, you just turn your back to it and get in your own zone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well, how's the weather over there in Utah?
It's been bizarre. We had a 70-degree day 2 days ago, and then it rained the crap out of us yesterday. So.
Man. Well, look, get to work, man. Good luck. Congratulations on getting this far. Congratulations on being a combo for your school. Get to work. Do you have any other questions?
No, but I have a comment. I was watching one of your live streams a few days ago, and it was another call-in, and I heard the thing about the rhythm.
Yes.
How it's not step, step, kick, it's step, step, kick.
Yes, and there needs to be an emphasis. There needs to be an emphasis on the kick, right? So it's not step, step, kick. It's step, step, kick, and you explode with that kick.
The next day I went out and I charted, and I did better than I've ever charted before.
That is awesome, man. That is incredible. That's where the compression comes from, exploding the moment that second step hits, man. So thank you so much. Are you a subscriber to our YouTube account?
Yes, sir.
That is awesome, man. Well, look, we're doing a drawing for the speaker again, probably our next feed. We'll be sure to throw your name in there. And congratulations again, and keep working. Keep watching those videos. There's a ton of helpful information in there for you guys. So congratulations, man.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, man. Later.
All right, bye.
That is phenomenal, guys. He's referring to one of our videos. I believe it was episode 5 we talked about that. Talked about punting against the wind. Talked about our punting rhythm. A lot of technical stuff in both kicking and punting. So go on to YouTube. Check out episode 5 on there. Ton of helpful stuff. What you got for me, Casey?
All right, we do have a couple of comments and questions. I'll run through your comments real quick. There is a Luis.21.espino. He says, "You, my bro, you really opened up my eyes." He appreciates it, and he says, "Debut all the way."
That's awesome, man. He was one of our guys, DM'd us, asked questions, and we're super glad to help you guys. If you ever have any questions, just shoot us in our DM or comment on these videos. We'll be happy to answer to them. We get tons of video or questions all the time, but we do our best to get through them. I think I've answered every single question so far that you guys have asked.
All right, then we have a Damien.Ramos14 says, "Tell Coach I said what's up," because he wants to know how you are.
What's up, Damien? That is awesome. We got a guy from Utah and now a guy from Baltimore. I'm really trying to make it up there, bro. Kind of early July, I'm trying to get up to Baltimore, so hit me up about that. While we're on this, guys, I really want to let you guys know this weekend we're going to be in Louisiana. The following few weekends, go check on our website. We have all of our summer dates out there for June, but we need some help from you guys. I don't really ask a lot from you guys. I'm usually there trying to help you guys more than ever asking. But right now we are looking for a field in South Carolina and a field in Charlotte. We've got some stuff lined up in Atlanta. We got some stuff lined up in Memphis. We got some stuff lined up in a couple different colleges. We're running some college camps we're super excited about at Northwestern State. As well as McNeese later on. But if you guys know anyone or have can talk to your guys' coach, we're also looking for a location in Houston. Our field got pulled from us in there. So that's my ask for you guys. What else you got for me tonight, Casey?
All right, we got 2 quick questions, so we'll try and wrap them up, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up for tonight. But first, we have... I'm not sure if this is his name or some letters. So it's QUIS3._. He says, "Coach, I'm still having trouble turning my ankle to full compress the ball. Do you have any tips or tricks for that?"
Yeah, man. So I know we've kind of beat the crap out of doing no steps and one steps, but that's really the answer. It's really focusing on those no steps and not just doing them and saying, well, I did my no steps for the day. Doing them and really focusing on each thing. I don't know if this coin's in here, so this might be a little loud, right? So let's just say that this is your foot, all right? This is your straight leg. Right now, Keith, you're kicking like this, right? It's kind of straight on. What we need to do, right, as instead of having our foot straight up and down and our toe hitting the ball first, we have to turn it, right? That's going to be our key. So our ball is going to be straight up and down, and there's no way, well, I guess I might as well use the football as the thing, and this can be our foot, right? Right now we're hitting the ball like this. What we need to do is turn our foot to where it's straight. Ideally, we would like it completely flat. I think there's liquid in here. I don't want to spill it. Ideally, we would want it completely flat, right? Instead, you're here. So we're going from vertical to horizontal would be ideal. We can't quite get it horizontal, so we have to be at kind of an angle. So really turn that foot, point your toe, almost like a tap dancer or a ballerina, so that we're really reaching for the ball. The wider your plant, the more you're leaning left, the easier this is going to be. The more we bend our plant leg, the lower we can get to the ground. The lower we can get, the flatter that leg goes. So if we're standing straight up, it looks like this. As we get wider with that plant and bend that knee, that foot slowly gets basically flatter and flatter and flatter. And that's really the key. It's just widen out the plant, lean into the left.
All right. I hope that answers your question.
And I think I'm going to see you this weekend. Let me know if you're going to make it to our Lake Charles camp this weekend.
All right. Again, 2 quick questions. So first, though, I do want to make sure that you hear these. Damien.Ramos14 says, hey, Coach, there are some great grass football fields in South Carolina. And he says to look at South Point High School because they've got some great fields. So awesome. I know you were talking about schools earlier.
Thank you. That was Damien?
Yes.
Thank you, Damien.
All right. And then we have Josh_49. He says, hey, I'm a sophomore going into my junior season next year. I was wondering how to get more distance on my kicks. I can get great height, but can barely make 40-yarders. Any quick help, Coach? Because I know you could go on for days about this.
All right, quick help. Definitely watch our other videos because we help a lot with power. The big thing is learning to not snap your knee into your kick. Right now, without even seeing you kick, if you watch your film in slow motion, you are going to see that you are jumping at the ball, lunging at the ball, you're snapping your knee into the kick. Anytime your knee is bent, you are missing out on power, right? So right now, where you are, bend your knee and try and flex your quad or flex your hamstring. You can't. It's literally impossible. So if you're making contact and your knee is bent, you're not engaging any of those bigger muscles, those quads, those hamstrings, that core, that back. So the biggest thing you can do is learn to lock out your leg before contact, during contact, and after contact. That's also going to lead to a ton more consistency. You get your power from your plant leg. Small steps equal big kicks. Grip that turf, rip that leg through, you'll be just fine.
All right. I think that's actually as short as I've ever heard you kind of coach through that.
I really tried to get through that one. I go on for days about that. It's all technique. Don't rely on power. Get on technique. Run stadiums. It'll get your legs beat up.
All right, then. Well, our last question from the night, I think he had a question earlier tonight too, but it's again from Kevin_Milton. Says, would you suggest some yoga to help stay limber, or would that hurt?
Absolutely. Yoga is a phenomenal thing for kickers and especially punters.
Don't be ashamed, boys.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cute girls that go do yoga, so you might end up wifing up someone. All right, so I know when I was in college, we all used to take yoga. They would actually take the whole football team to do hot yoga, which is probably more information you guys needed to know. But nothing's funnier than watching linemen do yoga. But it helped us really limber up. It really helped our flexibility, and it also strengthened you. A lot of times we think of yoga and all we think is stretching. It really, really adds a ton of muscle there. Will get you a lot stronger in a lot of those kind of smaller muscle groups, like those tiny hip muscles, those muscles closer to your knee, around your groin, quad. It'll help everything. So I'm a big proponent of yoga. I would look into it, boys.
All right. Well, just last quick comment, obey_Billy73 says, thanks, coach, for the tips. So
Awesome.
I think that's a great note to end it on, unless you've got some last minute things.
No, again, guys, go ahead and start signing up for our sessions this summer. We're going to be in a number of different places across the country. We're super excited. If you don't see your location on our website, reach out to us. We'd love to get to you. Like I said, we're going to be in Birmingham, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, Atlanta, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma. We're kind of all over the place. So we'd like to get up north to New Jersey, Baltimore, Ohio. If you're in those areas, reach out to us so we can get your information and we will send you those sign-up links. So we are super excited to get into our summer off-season training.
All right, and awesome. So if you didn't hear all of those names that were just listed off, all of those cities, go check out the website. They're all listed on there. Go to trinitykicking.com. Everything will be there, the locations, dates, all that good stuff. Again, if you were tuning in earlier, you heard Coach Connor say that we're going to give away another Bluetooth pill speaker next week, or when did you say that was?
Yeah, I'm going to be on the road next couple weeks, but our next live stream, we will draw names again, just like we did last time. We'll put everyone's names of all of our subscribers on YouTube into a helmet. We'll pull out that name. Make sure that when you do subscribe to us on YouTube, that you make your account public so that we can see that you're following us and so that we can get your name down.
All right, so it's easy as subscribing in order to get into
That's
that
it.
drawing for that Bluetooth speaker. So, all right, and with that, I think we're going to sign out from this episode. Thank you all for all of those of you who joined us for Between the Uprights.
Good night, boys.
Loud.